Oh. Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news. I'll move some crypto around for you guys so you can see how this all works. And like I said, I'll take your questions. So let's jump in. All right, welcome everybody. I'm here with the rig. I've got my retro Bitcoin t-shirt on. It's not really ready for prime time. I think I've had it since 2018, January of 2018. And it's been worn heavily, and it's worn out pretty much. I think I need a new one. So anyway, things are going good with Bitcoin, if you're not aware of that. So let's jump over here. I want to thank everyone for joining tonight. And I'd like to welcome those of you who are here. And there were some people here early. And they had a few questions. I did my best to answer them. There was one early question that I'll try and cover here in a minute. Let's see, James Smith, welcome. He asked about IOTA. Actually, a couple of them are gone already that were here earlier. I don't see them at the top anymore. That was kind of weird. Stunna Man, welcome. Not use Coinbase. Okay. James, okay. Treb3, Zach Whitting, Cardano Commandos, Zach Grand Illusions here again from Idaho. That's great. I got a thumbs down. I haven't even started. Well, you know, that's the breaks. Labic72 Hot, welcome from Italy. That's great. Dan Westra is here once again. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. Wild ride today. Jim Boyer, Happy New Year. He has a question. I'll get to those questions in a minute. Zach Kane is here. Eric Petrov and David Howard. And Michael Bath, thank you so much for joining, guys. Today. Monero question. That's cool. I'm going to cover Monero a little bit tonight. Before we get too much further, I would like to direct your attention to the description down below where I have my affiliate links. If you're interested in any of these services, I humbly ask you to use my affiliate link to get to their landing page. It helps support me and the channel. So we've got the Ledger link. Unfortunately, my personalized Ledger link is expired now that I've been telling you guys about the last couple of weeks. But it was good while it lasted. And then we've got Crypto.com. You can still get Crypto.com. thank you very much. You can sign up for Crypto.com. I'm going to demo Crypto.com tonight. It's a iOS-based cryptocurrency exchange where you can buy, sell, hold, trade, stake crypto. You've got the MCO Visa card where you can spend your crypto in the real world. It's a great service, and you'll get $25 when you stake a card. It's sort of like a ATM card, whatever you call that thing, where you put down a deposit on an ATM card. Okay, Trezor, we've got Kraken, Binance US, Coinbase. We'll talk about some of these exchanges tonight. I know there's probably a lot of newcomers who don't even know how to buy crypto and store it in their own wallet, so we're going to cover that. And I got some links here if you're interested in learning more about Bitcoin. There's a book here called Mastering Bitcoin, which you can buy, but you can also read the first edition for free. So it's by Andreas Antonopoulos. Great book for those of you who are interested in learning about Bitcoin, what it is, how it works. It's an excellent book. I would say it's the de facto guide on Bitcoin. There's a lot of books on Bitcoin, but Andreas Antonopoulos' book on Bitcoin is excellent. And then I've got a link here to the Bitcoin code base on GitHub. This is kind of special interest stuff, but for those of you who are just getting into Bitcoin, you're interested in how it is, what it is, how it works, this is the code base for Bitcoin. It is open source software that is on it's a website called GitHub, where developers and contributors get together. They can check out the code, fix bugs, add features, and anyone can look at the code. So open source software is a really interesting concept. Anyone can view the code, and so there are no backdoors built into Bitcoin. Anyone can fix bugs, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in learning more about Bitcoin, that's the way to go, right? And then I've got links to all the news stories I'm going to cover. There was so much news today, it's just unbelievable. It's going to be really hard to cover all the news today. But Bitcoin blasted past 33K today after cracking 30K early in the morning. Is just unbelievable. And let me see where it's at right now, according to Crypto.com. 32,146. So it had pulled back a little bit from 33K earlier today, and it was back under 32, but now it's over 32 again, at least on Crypto.com. Right here it says 31,870. Crypto.com is in Hong Kong. Their servers are in Hong Kong, so their price of Bitcoin reflects what's going on over in Asia. I don't know if it's ahead or behind, or I tend to think it's a little ahead. But anyway, so here we are. Bitcoin blasted past 33K today. For the first time ever, it broke 30 and then it blasted past 33 within a few hours. Just unbelievable. Once the price of Bitcoin broke 30, it sliced past, what was it? There was an analogy here, I didn't see it. Like a ball being released from underwater, jumping out, right? Bitcoin makes Tesla look like it's standing still. I like that one. After closing out the year with a 300% gain, here we are January 2nd, and we've already jumped up, parabolically, right, from its all-time high. There were a lot of articles I was reading about, is Bitcoin due for a pullback and all that stuff, and here we go. We're still on the way up as far as I can see. The growing narrative that Bitcoin represents digital gold, replacing gold, flood of institutional investors, all that good stuff, institutional money. Laura Kniss, director of 21 Shares, said the number of family offices asking to invest in our ETP is just staggering. I've never seen this before. In 2017, it was just retail knocking at the door. Now it's all only institutional. And then clusters of crypto wallet addresses held by a single network participant holding at least 1,000 Bitcoin rose to a new record high of 1,994 wallets this past Wednesday. Bitcoin is transparent. A lot of people think it's encrypted. It's not. Whoops. My chair. A lot of people think it's encrypted. It's not. It's transparent. You can anyone can see all of the transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain. They just don't have names attached to them. But it's not that hard to match a name to an IP address. But you can analyze amounts, wallets, transactions, all kinds of stuff on the Bitcoin blockchain. And so they're well aware of, the wallets that are holding high balances, that kind of stuff. It's all transparent. It can be looked at and analyzed, right? So that metric has increased over 16% in 2020. That's really amazing that we've got these we call it a whale when someone holds a lot of Bitcoin, someone, something, some organization or whatever. And we don't know if one organization has 5 of those wallets, right? Or if one of those wallets is shared by 5 people, which is a little unlikely, because of the private key issue. Usually one wallet is, one person is in custody of one wallet. That's usually the way it works. Hodlers also have the Fed Reserve to thank for printing money like madmen, growing global macro uncertainty in the US dollar. So there's a lot of reasons why Bitcoin is doing so well. I've got a couple other articles to shed a little light on what's going on here. Short liquidation is another reason for huge jumps like this. So if you're not familiar with futures trading and that sort of stuff, people can bet on the price of a commodity going up or down, right? If you think it's going to go up, you buy it. If you think it's going to go down, you short it. And you're basically, I guess you're committing to buying a bunch of shares or whatever you want to Bitcoin. It's usually pieces of Bitcoin. Usually don't buy one Bitcoin. Some people, they'll place an order for, say, 0.1 Bitcoin, when you short it, right? Well, what happens when the price continues to go up? Those people get liquidated, right? And their short contracts get liquidated. So we had 100 million of short contracts liquidated due to the price of Bitcoin continuing to rise, right? And that just fuels the fire, right? When people get liquidated, they call it a short squeeze, then the price pops up even higher, right? So, BTC shorters feel the burn again, all right? There's another great explanation about what's going on with Bitcoin right now that has to do with supply and demand. And as it turns out, GRAYSCALE bought 3 times the amount of Bitcoin that was mined in December. So that's just amazing. I keep saying that word. Everything's amazing, right? Unbelievable, amazing, right? So this is the amount of Bitcoin mined in December. Miners are people that actually perform mathematical calculations to generate and process transactions and create blocks. And when a block is created, the miner is rewarded. Sometimes it's a pool of lots of different people that are lending their processing power to the Bitcoin mining operation. It's very rare that one miner will find a block. Usually, like there's a mining farm with thousands of individual machines that are doing mining. And, if one of those finds it, then they sort of will distribute the rewards amongst all the people that are in the pool, that sort of thing. But all of the Bitcoin that was mined in December of 2020 is, 28,112, and GRAYSCALE bought 72,950, right? There's Bitcoin out there already, right? But when we look at this dynamic and we see that there's one company that's buying 3 times the amount of Bitcoin mined in December, that can't go on forever, right? So we're getting high demand and short supply, right? Which causes the price to go higher, right? So that's the way it works. So this is an interesting dynamic. All right. Let's move over to this next story. Let's see where we're at here. Massive buyer activity on Coinbase propelled BTC past 32K. This is from today. A lot of people on Coinbase buying, and then the price of Bitcoin was selling at a premium on Coinbase. I think they said it's almost like $100 more than on Binance, right? And this is kind of another one of those too many people, not enough Bitcoin in one place, right? A lot of people on Coinbase because it is the most trusted. It's a US-based exchange and it's good for beginners. So there's a lot of activity on Coinbase. It also caters to institutional investors. So it's not just retail people that are buying on Coinbase. A lot of different people. And then corporations might be coming in and placing multiple orders on Coinbase to try and hide the fact that they're buying a lot of Bitcoin. And that just sort of multiplied today. And so there were a lot of orders coming in on Coinbase. I didn't see here that they crashed. Usually Coinbase will crash or hang. And a lot of you may be experiencing that. We might experience a little bit of that tonight. We're going to buy a little Bitcoin on Coinbase. I'm going to show you how to do that. We'll put it in our own wallet. All right. And let's see, the crypto market cap, the total market cap of all of the cryptos out there, has just set a new all-time high, which is not surprising, right? So we're good. I'm looking at my stream rate, and the color keeps going red. So I hope I'm coming out all for you guys. I don't see anybody complaining about me. Nice, the Bitcoin is bad, the good bad. Greetings from Germany. Wakino Junhui Lei, XRP. We could talk a little bit about XRP. It's being delisted. It's kind of a snowball effect. The SEC is investigating XRP, and exchanges are getting scared and delisting it so that they don't get caught up in these regulations. And so the price has been going down. There's been some bottom feeding, so it's not as far down as it was, but who's to say, right? It's a cryptocurrency. You can hold it in a wallet indefinitely, so you could buy it and then sell it 2 years down the road. Who knows? You can sell it overseas if you want. All right, let's see. Oh, I wanted to talk about this CoinDesk. This just sort of fell under the radar because of Bitcoin upstaging it. But BITTREX is delisting the privacy coins, MONERO, Dash, and ZCASH. And that caused the price of MONERO and especially to fall. But it's recovering, right? This is not the first time that exchanges have started delisting privacy coins. A privacy coin is what a lot of people think Bitcoin is, right? Anonymous, right? A lot of people think Bitcoin is encrypted and anonymous. It's not. But Monero is, and we'll talk a little bit about Monero tonight too. We can. But a lot of these exchanges are coming under regulatory pressure to implement KYC, know your customer regulations, and anti-money laundering regulations. And privacy coins are just like they say they are. They're private, right? You can't trace and track privacy coins. That's the idea, right? The government doesn't like that very much. But the interesting thing is that this scare happened last year too. A lot of big exchanges were delisting Monero, and Monero went down, and then now Monero is at a multi-year high right now. So somebody still thinks Monero is worth something out there. But I wanted to bring that up. Maybe it's time to maybe scoop up a little extra Monero if you've got a few dollars laying around not doing anything. If you're not pumping it all into Bitcoin, maybe buy a little Monero or something, right? Might be good to have down the road. And then I wanted to talk about password management a little bit. I know that's kind of a boring subject for you guys, but I love this story about this guy. I'm my wife's password manager, and it has to stop, right? And he's telling the story of his wife who can never remember her passwords, and this guy kind of keeps track of them the best he can. So when she asks him, hey, what's my Facebook password, she'll tell him. And then she is one of those people that has a go-to password, whatever it might be, your kitty's name with some numbers at the end of it. And then she has variations of it, right? And a lot of people are like this, right? They'll have a go-to password that they use, and then they'll use different variations of it in order to, sometimes by force, because some sites have requirements, like it has to have an upper and a lowercase and a special character and all that. So you take your kitty's name with numbers and you add a $sign at the end of it or whatever. This is not a good way to deal with passwords, right? Passwords are very important in today's society, especially with your crypto. Your crypto exchanges should be protected by strong passwords. Now, there's lots of ways to manage them. You can write them down in a notebook if you want. I know people that do that, and that's perfectly fine as long as they're long. You can save them in your browser, and create new ones each time, and save them in your browser. That's okay. That's not ideal, but it's okay, right? But ideally, you should use a password manager. If you can't keep track of all these passwords on your own, You can use a password manager. I use a password manager. It installs on your computer. It encrypts your passwords with very good encryption, much better than saving them in your browser, right? And he lists a few here that you might want to check out. I won't talk about this a lot, but I just want to stress, if you're getting into Bitcoin and you've got exchange accounts, they are vulnerable if your passwords are weak, right? You want to have good passwords. It's grow up, right? It's time to grow up and take passwords seriously. It's 2021, right? We're not in 1990 anymore, where you can put, fluffy 213, it's just not acceptable anymore to use weak passwords. So Dashlane, LastPass, 1Password. I use 1Password. So check out password management. It's just like, if you're gonna live in 2021 and you've got more than 2 accounts, and most people have many accounts, several accounts, then you need to learn password management. And the best way to do it is to use a standalone program for passwords. Boop. All right, I think I'm done with that. I wanted to buy some Bitcoin. Let's see here. I'm going to start with, I'll start with crypto.com real quick. Actually, no. Let's do Coinbase Pro. All right, so we're going to go over here. Oh, I'm in. Okay. All right, so let's get ourselves logged in to our Coinbase account. So we'll go over here to Coinbase, right? And then we'll hit sign in, and you'll notice there, that's my password manager, right? It saves this login for me. So I don't have to remember my Coinbase password. It's a good password. I just need to remember my master password, which for me is like 20 characters long, right? So, and in addition to that, you want to use two-factor authentication, Google Authenticator. It's the way to go. All right, I'm going to use my Google Authenticator code there to get in. All right, we'll hit verify, and we're good. Okay. I'm also going to turn this on. I might want to share my phone with you in a bit. So I'll just launch my X Mirage. Let's see if I can go ahead and get this straight. Got a new phone. I bought a Christmas present to myself. It didn't really cost me that much because, you can just buy them through your carrier and pay on installments, right? So I had paid off my phone and my wife's phone earlier in the year, so I can afford to get a new phone and start paying new installments, like buying a car now, right? All right, so Coinbase is where you can buy Bitcoin, right? And you can buy several other cryptocurrencies. It only has like 15 or 20, right? So it's not that complete as far as the coins that it offers. But a lot of coins out there can be sketchy, right? They don't always fall into the, the regulatory framework of what, you don't know if they're a coin or a stock or whatever, or they might be a little shady. They might be pump and dump, whatever. But Coinbase plays it really safe and only has like the top coins here. All right, so, but it is a little bit expensive, right? So if we go to buy, and let's say we want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. And let's hit preview buy. So it's going to cost me $2.99, right? So we want to mitigate that, right? We'd rather not have to pay a $3 merchant charge on top of everything else when we're buying our Bitcoin, because we're going to have to move it, and that's going to cost us a little bit of network fees and all that. So I'll try to avoid this fee. We're going to do a little trick, right? And while we're on the subject, I should mention, this is Binance US. Someone asked me earlier the cheapest way to buy Cardano. Let's see where we are here. who was that? Somebody, his name was Cardano. I forget what it is. Wasn't Grand? It was Cardano Commandos, wasn't it? He said, "Hey, I live in New York. I can't buy car." Or, oh, okay. So, yeah, it's not going to help you. I guess Binance US is still not in New York, but you can buy Cardano on Binance US, right? But I guess it's not in New York, right? So that's your dilemma. Well, there's another thing you can use, and it's called CoinSwitch Pro. And it's a kind of a, I wouldn't call it, it's sort of a decentralized, it's not really a decentralized exchange. It's kind of a swap exchange, and it's still waiting. Okay, there it is. And you can buy Monero, like, let's say you've got Bitcoin. You're going to have to at least know how to deal with cryptocurrencies, because you can't use cash on this. That's too much, 400 Bitcoin. Let's do 0.5 Bitcoin. Right, so you can buy, let's see, that's going to give me 108 Monero, right? And then they tell you right here, okay, there's Swap Lab or Change Now. You can choose. Basically, they're going to be kind of a front for you, right? They're going to take your Bitcoin and they're going to use their resources to actually go and buy it for you, and then they're going to send you back the Monero, right? But you're going to need a Monero address in order to do this, right? You're going to have to set up a Monero wallet with a Monero address, right? So the first thing you'll need to do if you want to buy some Monero is set up the Monero wallet, right? So you'll have an address for the Monero to come to, right? I don't know, buying Monero on an exchange and just leaving it on there is kind of, you know, you can buy Monero on Binance. You can buy Monero on Kraken, I believe, hasn't delisted it. So just because BITTREX delisted it doesn't mean that everybody's going to. You can still buy Monero on Kraken. But okay, so let's finish the CoinSwitch Pro case. We'll hit exchange, and then it's going to give us a Bitcoin address. They'll say, okay, now send 0.5 Bitcoin to this address. And so I'll copy this address into my clipboard. I'll go over to my Bitcoin wallet, and I'll send the Bitcoin out of my wallet. Or your exchange, right? If you go over to Coinbase, you could go to your Bitcoin, right? I don't have enough in here, but I would send to that address for CoinSwap Pro or CoinSwitch Pro. I prefer to send it out of my own wallet in case something goes wrong. Then it can bounce back into my wallet. You never know what's going to happen if it tries to bounce back into Coinbase, right? But that's a way, right? That's a way to buy Monero if you're in New York, right? I don't know about Kraken. I thought Kraken was available in New York. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I really feel sorry for all you guys in New York as far as crypto trading goes, right? Because it's not easy, all right? But let's go back where we were before, and we decided, oh, we're going to buy some Bitcoin tonight, but instead of using Coinbase, we'll use the Coinbase Pro. And the way Coinbase Pro works is you basically just log into your Coinbase Pro account, right? Now, if you have a Coinbase account, then you've got a Coinbase Pro account, right? You simply log in to Coinbase Pro with your Coinbase credentials. Because I was already logged into Coinbase, it automatically logged me into Coinbase Pro. But if you get the login screen on Coinbase Pro, then you simply use your Coinbase user ID and password. And then if it asks you for two-factor, then you use your Coinbase Google Authenticator code, right? The Google Authenticator code works for both platforms, right? So I don't think that I can just buy Bitcoin direct like you can on Coinbase. It's not as simple as that, right? You have to do a deposit of some kind, right? So you're going to need to, you can either deposit or withdraw on Coinbase Pro, right? So what we need to do is deposit some US dollars. Okay, we could deposit some stablecoin if we have stablecoin, but I'm assuming that, you know, we're going to work from the assumption that you're a new user and you don't know how to deal with crypto, or you just want to buy some Bitcoin, right? If you're so new and you don't know what's going on, then maybe just stick with Coinbase and take the hit of the fees, because Coinbase is really easy to use, really easy to sort of wrap your head around what's happening. And you could even leave your Bitcoin on Coinbase if you want to. I prefer to move my Bitcoin into my own wallet. You'll see that. But that's the easy one. But people are always asking me, what's the cheapest way to buy Bitcoin? So we're going to try that. So we're going to deposit some US dollar into our Coinbase account, right? So we did deposit. We chose US dollar. We're going to take it from our bank account to our default portfolio, and let's do $100 worth. All right, so I'm going to get no fee there, right? We'll hit preview deposit. Right, it's coming available to, see, I won't be able to withdraw. All right, but that's the thing. You're going to have to wait 7 days to withdraw this Bitcoin. And I don't really want to wait 7 days to withdraw the Bitcoin. I don't know, there's an easier way to do it. I don't think so. No. All right, I'm just going to take the hit so you guys can see me buy some Bitcoin and move it, right? Because I don't want to wait 7 days to move the Bitcoin to my own wallet. But depositing your money directly into Coinbase Pro and then buying the Bitcoin, see, then you can trade, right? BTC for US dollar. You could just buy US dollar. You could buy Bitcoin with the US dollar that you deposited. And that's probably, I think, the cheapest way to buy Bitcoin for a newcomer, right? There are other ways there might be other cheaper ways. I don't know. You can use the Square app to buy Bitcoin for a pretty small fee, right? So if you go over to, let's see here, Cash app. I'm sorry, it's not Square, it's Cash. Let's see here. Boop. I don't know where it is now. What happened? Yeah, I moved my... There it is. Cash app. All right. So Cash app, you can buy Bitcoin in Cash app. Right. So let's see. Go over to... Oops, I hope I didn't show you something. I shouldn't have. Okay, Bitcoin right here. See Bitcoin. Oh, I'm sorry. That's where you hold your Bitcoin. But down there at the bottom, you got that squiggly line down there. That's the trading interface. Come on, what are you doing to me? Okay, there it goes. All right, so I can buy Bitcoin here. Now, when we buy Bitcoin using the Cash app, let's buy $100 worth. Let's go here and then take a look at that. They're only charging me $2.29. It's a little cheaper. We can also use Crypto.com. Which I'm going to show you Crypto.com, but I won't use that tonight to buy the Bitcoin. I got something else planned for Crypto.com. But this is a cheap way to buy Bitcoin. And then it shows up in your wallet. You know, you'll have a Bitcoin balance in here, and you can withdraw the Bitcoin to your own wallet, because this is custodial Bitcoin. You can withdraw the Bitcoin to your own wallet. And their withdrawal fees, I don't think they charge you anything to withdraw. It's pretty cool. But they do charge you a lot to sell your Bitcoin. So they're going to find a way to make their money one way or the other, right? On the front end or the back end, right? So it's a little expensive to sell your Bitcoin using the Cash app. But you can use Cash app to cash out of your Bitcoin, all right? But let's go ahead and buy our Bitcoin from Coinbase and get this thing going. Regular Coinbase. Let's do buy, sell. Just going to do 50, right? And you can use your bank account or your debit card. I'm going to use the debit card because I can withdraw right away. I think they're letting you withdraw right away with bank now, but I don't know. So preview buy. Now, you can buy right away from your bank account, and people are like, cool, I got my Bitcoin. And then you won't be able to withdraw it, right? They'll let you buy it. And then if the price goes up, you can sell it, I guess. But you can't withdraw it, right? I don't know if you could sell it either. They might make you wait till your bank transfer clears. All right, so we're going to pay $1.99. We'll hit our buy now. And this should just authorize using my debit card. Of course, there might be a lot of people on. Okay, there it goes. It went okay. That's not bad for there. So now I have Bitcoin in my wallet. Right, I got $58 worth of Bitcoin in my wallet. There was about $10 in there earlier, right? So now, this is Ledger Live, right? This is the software that you use to manage your Ledger device, right? This is my hardware-based cryptocurrency wallet. This device holds my private keys. I'm going to enter my password here, and I'm going to show you guys a little trick here real quick. Because if you'll notice here, it's fell asleep. Now the reason it fell asleep is because the default is like 10 minutes, right? So it wants me to enter my PIN, right? So I'm going to enter my PIN. All right, so that takes us to our home screen. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I honestly get this thing closer so you can see it better, but I guess I can't. All right. The first thing I'm going to do is hold down both buttons for about 3 seconds, and that takes me to the control center. Then I'm going to go over to settings. I'm going to hit both buttons. Then I'm going to go to security, right? And then I'm going to go to auto lock. All right, I'm going to hit both buttons. And instead of 10 minutes, I'm going to use the button to go over to no auto lock. Then I'm going to hit both buttons. Now I can back out of this. Back out. And I'm back at the home screen. And now I don't have to deal with that 10-minute timeout, right? It won't go to sleep until I'm done with it, right? Until I disconnect it, right? I find it very irritating, especially me, because I'm talking and explaining, and this thing goes to sleep, and I have to remember my password again. Or I mean, I have to enter my PIN again. It's just a hassle, right? So I like to turn off auto lock so that it does not lock. All right. Now, we got a Bitcoin address here. This is a Bitcoin wallet that I've set up in Ledger Live, right? Ledger Live calls them accounts, but they're basically wallets, right? It's any kind of software that can be used to manage a Bitcoin wallet. Which is a private key and a public key, and addresses and balances and all that on the blockchain, right? Your wallet software will allow you to manage that Bitcoin address, right? So here we go. That's my Bitcoin wallet, all right? As you can see, it's got 0.009 Bitcoin in there right now. We want to put a little more in, right? So I'm going to hit receive and continue. And you'll notice here that the app is telling me to open the Bitcoin, or the Ledger Live is telling me, hey, open your Bitcoin app. And the device is also telling me, hey, open your Bitcoin app. That's kind of a new feature. It didn't used to do that, right? You would see it on Ledger Live, but the device just waited for you to open Bitcoin. And now the device helps you a little bit, right? Hit both buttons. Another thing the device does now that it didn't do before is, like, if you switch to another cryptocurrency, it will automatically quit the Bitcoin app and then ask you to open, say, the Ethereum app. All right, so, and it never did that before. So it's a little glitchy, but it seems to work. All right, so here's our Bitcoin address. We make sure that the Bitcoin address on the device matches what we see on the screen, right? It's a fail-safe. And then I'm going to copy it into my clipboard by clicking there on those two little squares. I have this Bitcoin address in my clipboard now. I can go over to approve on the device, tell them, okay, I checked this Bitcoin address, I matched it to my device, everything's good. Let's go back over to Coinbase in our Bitcoin wallet, and we're going to do a send, right? We're going to send Bitcoin, and I'm done with my device now. A lot of people ask me, do I have to leave this device connected while I'm waiting for the Bitcoin? No. Right? Once we verify the address, we can just disconnect the device and put it in a drawer. We're all good to go. We'll send the Bitcoin to the Bitcoin address that I just copied from Ledger Live. I don't need a message. We'll hit continue. We'll hit send now. Crypto is irreversible. It's an interesting word. No takebacks, right? Can't change your mind after you send it, which is a lot of people have trouble with that, right? They're always like, how can I get my Bitcoin back that I just sent to the wrong place? You can't. All right, so we're going to go to our Google Authenticator. Let's grab our code for Coinbase, which is there. All right, we'll hit confirm there. And off it goes. It goes. It goes. Boom, it's done. Notice I'm using the latest version of Google Authenticator. It's got a cool export feature up here that you can use to export your accounts 10 at a time to a new phone. I bought this new phone. It came on Wednesday. I had all of my Google Authenticator accounts transferred in like 5 minutes. It was incredible. I recorded it. I did a video, so I haven't had a chance to post it. But it's almost like a no-brainer, right? It's like so easy to do. It used to be really hard to do these one at a time. But now it's much, 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 much easier. All right, so like I said, we'll just sit back and wait for the Bitcoin to come into our wallet. It's no biggie. All right, so that's our first withdrawal of Bitcoin. I know a lot of you guys that watch my live stream see me do this every week, so I apologize. I've got some other stuff here. Oh, Coinbase said they just sent it. Coinbase is getting better. Let's hit sync up here and see if the Bitcoin comes in. There it is. See how easy that was? See how fast it was? Which is amazing given what Coinbase was going through in 2017. It was taking like days to get your Bitcoin if you withdrew it from Coinbase. Mine was like less than 30 seconds, I guess. It happened really fast. All right, so now I'm going to go through the chat window and try to address some of your questions. If you're desperate for me to answer your question and I miss your question, please, please, please go down to the comment section below the video. You'll have to scroll down all the way to the bottom, and then you can leave a comment for me. I will address these, right? So here we are. We could just go scroll all. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Let's do it this way. Boom, ba-doom. All right, so this is our live stream, right? You can see you guys over here. Scroll all the way to the bottom to the comment section and leave me a comment so that I can answer your question. I'm going to do my best, but just so you know, if I miss your question, don't get all, hurt over it, because I'm 57 years old, right? I'm not as sharp as I used to be. So I might miss your question. And a lot of people are joining now more than before. So I'm a little overwhelmed with all the people here. I'm so happy that you're here. And I'm going to do my best to address all the questions here. All right, so we covered the Cardano. You can buy Cardano on oh, when I was doing CoinSwap Pro, I switched over to Monero, didn't I? That's okay. We'll figure it out. Let's do. We could do. Come on. What are you doing here? Oh, I'm in the wrong browser. Okay, sorry. All right, let's go back over here and CoinSwitch Pro. So if you have Bitcoin, you can buy Cardano too, right? Instead of Cardano, right? But in this case, you will need a Cardano address as well, right? So, you know, you can download the DELIST wallet. Try not to hit, you know, get too, lose focus too much. But if you're interested in Cardano, then you should go get yourself the DELIST wallet. It's the go-to wallet. It even supports Ledger wallets now. I'll go ahead and launch Cardano. I'll launch DELIST so you can see what it looks like. It's a desktop-based wallet, and it used to only work with desktop-based private keys where they were stored on your computer, but now it supports storing the private key on your ledger, so that's pretty cool. Might take it a while to launch, but if you wanted to buy Cardano in New York and you can't get it, then try CoinSwitch Pro. I'm going to go ahead and lock them. Try CoinSwitch Pro. I think it might be blocked in New York. I don't know. I haven't ever tried. I'm not in New York. But you can always use a VPN to get around some of that stuff, right? I think you could use a VPN to open a Binance account, but it would... Don't say you're from the US, right? You kind of have to lie. So I don't, you know, I'm not advocating that you do anything illegal. Please don't. I don't know that it's illegal to use a VPN to open a Binance account. It's probably not for you. Binance probably doesn't like that because they're trying to prevent U.S. users so they don't get in trouble with regulatory agencies. But I don't believe it's illegal for you to connect to a foreign exchange to buy crypto. Now, these new rules that the FCC is talking about, they're talking about you need to register foreign crypto. And I guess that means if you have a foreign crypto account that's based in another country, that you have to report that. But, you know, I don't know. But anyway, so CoinSwitch Pro, you should be able to buy some Cardano. It's still syncing. I don't know what's going on with that. It shouldn't be 0. I don't know. It's probably not working right tonight for whatever reason. Oh, okay, there it is, finally. I was like, what? Okay, so as you can see there's a wallet, and it's based on a Ledger device, right? So when we choose new wallet, you can pair the wallet with your Ledger device so that you can hold your private key on your hardware device. I don't believe it works with, it might work with a Trezor, right? But if you've got a Cardano wallet, you just get yourself a Cardano address to your wallet, right? And then you could put your Cardano address in here and then decide who you want to use, hit exchange. Oh, it doesn't like that. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, there's the new Shelly addresses are slightly different. I don't know that there's any way around that. Maybe this wasn't the best advice in the world. I don't know that there's any way to convert your Cardano addresses. I had forgotten about this, that it doesn't support these new Shelly addresses. You could create a new Cardano wallet. It used to allow you new, I'll just call this new, and see Oh no, it just says create Shelly wallet. I don't know that there's any way to create an old Byron wallet that has the old address format. And I don't know that there's any way to get it different address format. Oh well. Epic fail. All right, let's move on with our lives. I don't know how you can buy Cardano if you're in New York, right? All right, so let's move on. Sorry. Spent too much time worrying about that one. All right, let's just get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. All right, we did the Coinbase thing. That worked. That was great. All right, let's go down here. W, thanks for the tip again. That was great. We talked a little about XRP. KYC, yes or not. Has anyone else got the airdrop from Binance? Crypto sock merchandise. Question, can you comment on exchanges crashing during heavy loads? For example, Coinbase Pro deposit is broke right now. I didn't realize that. I would not expect Coinbase to crash ever. No, I wouldn't either. But I'm trying to give an example of something. Sometimes when you go to the ATM at the bank, there's a long line, right? If there were some kind of major catastrophe, sometimes in March, when everyone was scared of coronavirus, the grocery stores were overwhelmed, right? And you had to go in the grocery store and wait in line for longer than usual, and they wouldn't let you buy more than one pack of toilet paper. So, you know, when a lot of people are trying to do something at the same time, there's going to be issues, right? You would think, well, you know, like Amazon on Black Friday, I didn't hear anything about any problems with Amazon on Black Friday, but I can tell you that my internet connection in my neighborhood, and I have like a gigabit Ethernet internet connection from Comcast, I was getting disconnected. So you're going to have to expect those kinds of things to occur. And try mailing a package using USPS in December. You know, priority mail, which should take 2 days, was taking like a week to 10 days, right? So you're always going to experience these things at peak time. I know that's kind of a cop-out. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, if Coinbase is overloaded, Coinbase is overloaded. I don't know there's any way around it. But you might want to have alternate paths to purchasing cryptocurrency, right? If you'll notice here, when I go to my cryptocurrency exchanges, I got a bunch of them, right? Some of these aren't even exchanged, but I've got a Coinbase account, I've got a BITTREX account, I've got Kraken account, I've got Binance US, I've got KuCoin, CoinSwitch Pro, CoinTiger, I mean, I just have a lot of different types of exchanges. Just be flexible, right? You might, if Coinbase is overloaded, try Kraken. If Kraken's not working, try BITTREX. If BITTREX not working, try Binance US. If you're in New York, I don't think you can use Binance US. But try to just be more flexible, have more options for buying and selling crypto, right? You could go to the Cash app. You can go to crypto.com to buy Bitcoin, right? So don't narrow yourself to one thing, Coinbase, right? Because, and we talked a little bit about strategies as far as, do you want to keep all of your crypto on Coinbase? Or do you want to keep some of them in your wallet? And for example, if I've got a bunch of Bitcoin in my wallet and Coinbase is overloaded and I'm trying to sell Bitcoin, I could transfer that Bitcoin to Binance US or KuCoin or Kraken, whatever. Don't narrow yourself down to one exchange, right? Don't keep all of your eggs in one basket. I guess that's my advice on that. Someone just left me a tip, so I'd like to acknowledge that. Who did? Steve, okay. Is it safe to transfer Ethereum from Bitstamp exchange to Ledger Nano X using Ledger Live? Bitstamp has warned about making sure receiving service can receive internal transactions. It's safe to transfer Ethereum from anywhere to your ledger, right? There's nothing strange about moving crypto from an exchange to a wallet. Now, you're going to get a lot, like, I don't mean to sound bigoted or, or racist or anything like that, but a lot of foreign exchanges are a little quirky. Bitstamp, I'm not sure where they're based, but they'll say things, they'll have warnings that are hard, that aren't English friendly, I guess the word is. They'll use terminology that's like convoluted, and you're like, what? Can I move my Ethereum? Yeah, you should be able to. I don't know what they mean by internal transactions, but a Ethereum wallet is an Ethereum wallet, right? You should be able to transfer Ethereum from wherever to your Ledger Live, right? It's just a Bitcoin wallet is all it is, right? It's an interface. Ledger Live is an interface to a Ethereum wallet, right? You can store Ethereum and Bitcoin and all kinds of different cryptos using Ledger Live, right? So we've got, Stellar, XRP, Vertcoin, Tezos. We've got Ethereum wallet. It's just a regular Ethereum wallet. So there's nothing out of the ordinary about it that's going to cause Bitstam. But always send a small transaction first to test, right? That's all you got to do. If you got $5,000 worth of Ethereum on Bitstamp and you're worried if it's going to show up in your Ledger Live, then try sending the minimum, right? Like $10 worth of Ethereum. Just get your Ethereum address, right? Copy it into your clipboard, go over to your Bitstamp account, and transfer $10 worth of Ethereum. See if it comes on the other end, right? Don't get all, and maybe you lose $10, maybe you don't, right? But at least you'll know, right? Don't get stuck, right? Because you're like frozen. Don't get frozen, right? Be willing to, spend a little money to experiment, right? What's going to happen? You lose $10, right? But don't try to take $5,000 worth of Ethereum from your Bitstamp to your Ledger Live account if you're not sure, right? But as far as I know, Ledger Live is a normal Ethereum wallet. Shouldn't be anything out of the ordinary about it. All right, let me, and I got his question because of the tip, so let me go back here. Question, could Monero price going down be related to BTC uptick? XMR is being removed from some exchanges. I would say maybe it's a combination of both. The altcoin market has its own dynamic. It's been evolving over time. It used to be whenever Bitcoin went up, the altcoins went up as well. And in this article, they talk about, I don't know that they talk about it in this article. Where is it? Which one? No, it's not that one. Let me see here. Not this one. And I'm losing my train of thought. What was the question? Doggone it. It's Monero. I don't know what. I must have closed that article about the percentage of. Oh, here. This one. No, it wasn't. Maybe it was a different article that I read. Bitcoin is related. Oh, we were talking about the altcoin market, right? But sometimes the altcoin market would follow Bitcoin. Oh, that's what it was. There was an article I read that talked about the Bitcoin percentage of the total market cap. That's what it was. See, sometimes I remember what I'm talking about, and sometimes I go over to the fridge and forgot what I was looking for. That's the way. But Bitcoin used to be, back in 2017, let me see if I can find that. The percentage of Bitcoin market cap of Bitcoin was 35% in 2017, with all the other cryptocurrencies having a 65%. So back then, when Bitcoin went up, the altcoins went up. The market kind of moved in tandem, right? And we always wondered, when was that day going to come when the markets would have their own divergence, right? That altcoins would move separately from Bitcoin, all right? But we do see this dynamic where when Bitcoin lately, that when Bitcoin is going up, the altcoins go down, or they stay the same. And the the narrative there is that people are selling their altcoins to buy Bitcoin, right? People are taking profits on their altcoins so they can buy more Bitcoin, right? But that overview looks like it as it's a closed system. And in a lot of ways it is. A lot of ways, people that buy and sell Bitcoin are the same people that are buying and selling other cryptocurrencies, right? But there's also people on the outside buying Bitcoin. So that may not always be that up and down dynamic of when Bitcoin goes up, altcoins go down. But we do see that. And then there are other days, like a few days ago, Bitcoin was going up and the altcoins were coming along with it, right? The altcoin market was up. And then, like earlier this year, we saw the altcoin market exploding with the DeFi while Bitcoin was kind of stagnant, right? So you never really know what the dynamic is exactly, but that's probably a pretty good guess that XRP was down because Bitcoin was up. But I think it more had to do with the regulatory thing than anything. Because as soon as I saw that Monero was down, I was like, wow. First thing I thought is, oh, cool, it's down. I can buy some more. I was kind of waiting for it to go down. But as soon as I saw that it was down, I was like, why is it down? And then I saw an article saying that Monero was being delisted. That's, I think, the bigger dynamic here of why Monero went down. Scott Lee is here. Good to have you. 10 minutes and 114 viewers. Hey. I'm back to 100. I'm looking back in the timeline, back from 10 minutes. All right. Let's see. Coinbase, please try depositing first. That has been broke today. I decided not to deposit to Coinbase because I didn't want my money to get stuck there. But regular Coinbase seemed to work okay. But yeah, if Coinbase deposits are broke, maybe try Binance or Binance US or Kraken even. XRP load up at 5 cents. Hey, Scott, I thought you said 15 cents. You said you were going to buy when it was 15 cents. Now you're not going to touch it till it's 5 cents. How does it affect Flare? I don't know. I heard somewhere that Flare will continue to go through with whatever it is they were doing. You have to remember, this is only in the U.S. that XRP is having trouble. So XRP can be sold on foreign exchanges. And even if every U.S. exchange delists XRP, you'll still be able to buy it somewhere, right? So the Flare token thing is not canceled, as far as I know. But you remember how kind of like I was so tired of people asking me about how to claim their Flare tokens, and people just would not stop asking me about it. And I was like, it sounds a little weird and crazy, and you're not even going to get Flare token 1 until mid 2021. What's all the hubbub? And then people are like freaking out to try to get their Flare tokens, and then XRP just bites the bullet, dumps. So your free Flare tokens are probably worth even less. It's like you're going to have to pay them to get some. Okay, tip Rex with XRP. That's good. Yeah, tip me with XRP. Scott, how can you buy Bitcoin without any commissions? You can't, right? I mean, maybe you can find somebody that has Bitcoin that'd be willing to just send you some Bitcoin if you give them money, right? But it's going to cost the person with the Bitcoin a network fee to send you the Bitcoin. So in order for it to be a break-even transaction, they're going to need to charge you for the network transaction. So there is your commission right there, right? Or, you know, it's my time and money are worth something. You just want me to give you a break-even deal on Bitcoin just because I'm a nice guy, right? This is how the exchanges work too. They're a business, right? So we talked about cheapest ways to buy Bitcoin, but I don't think anybody's going to just sell you Bitcoin for free. Some places will sell you Bitcoin with little or no merchant charges up front, but then they'll charge you to withdraw it, right? So, you know, it's a business, right? You just can't buy Bitcoin in thin air. Once Monero devs finish the XMR BTC Atomic Swaps project, we won't need centralized exchanges. Thank goodness. Zach. Thank you, Zach, for joining us. I always appreciate all of your help with the, you know, Zach has emailed me some hints with Monero. And I'm not sure if I'm going to buy any Monero tonight or not. We might mess around. Echo Minda is here, screaming for an adoption. Okay, I'm going to show that comment because you're asking people to smash the like button, which I always forget to do. Is Algo something to look at? Algo is, I've heard of Algo, and I've seen it on crypto.com as like one of their top movers. So, and I think I've looked at it or heard of it in a couple of articles. So, yeah, it's something to maybe check into if you're interested in Algo but you don't know where to start. I would say start at CoinGecko. CoinGecko is a great resource. So Algo, let's look at that. Algorand, right? So if you go to CoinGecko and type in Algo, then you can find out more about it. You can look at its charts, you know, the all-time chart, the weekly chart. Whatever. Try to, you know, you want to look at the chart of a coin, see where it's at, right? If it's at its all-time high, you might want to do more research whether you're going to buy into it when it's way up. Probably better if, you know, you might want to look at its history too. What has it been, all right, before you jump in. It looks like it's been higher. Oh, this is like, let's do 1 year. I don't think I can do. Oh, here, let's do the max, right? All right, so when it first debuted, right, it was $3 back in July of 19, right? It hasn't been around that long. But then, you know, you can also, from here, you can go to their website, find out about it, right? What it is, how it works, where you find out where you can buy it, right? You go to markets, find out, is it easy to buy? Do a lot of people have it? Looks like Coinbase Pro has it. Crypto.com, there are a lot of places where you can buy it. So yeah, sure, look into it. Of course. Yeah, I'm not sure what I've heard of it, but like, Rex, do you ever engage in leverage trading? No, I don't. I do not. Got burned by that in the stock market back in the late 90s. Was it late 90s? Yeah, early 2000s, and swore I would never do leveraged again, right? You can get wiped out so easy. It's for, you know, if you're going to be doing leverage trading, you need to have a strategy. You need to do your research and find out what it is about, what the risks are. You can get wiped out doing leverage trades. So I stay away from that. I don't have any crypto passwords saved on a computer, all on paper. It's a good policy, right? Right, so that it's not hackable, right? But just keep your doors locked and your windows shut at night, right? That kind of thing. Physical security. Best practice 14-character password up from 12. Okay, that's cool. Like I said, I'm a little behind, so let me see if I can catch up. How do you move my Coinbase to Coin Wallet? My Coinbase not allow me to transfer all my Bitcoin to wallet, just some of it. Thank you. How, buddy? You may have some. You may have purchased some Bitcoin that is still waiting for the bank transaction to clear. That occurs with Binance US. They make you wait 10 days. So you may have had some Bitcoin in there already, and then you bought some more, and you're still waiting for that 10 days, and then you try to withdraw all your Bitcoin. It's not going to let you, but it might allow you to withdraw some of it that you already had in there before you made the purchase that's got the Bitcoin on hold, right? That might be why it's not allowing you to withdraw all of it, right? You're probably on hold from the transaction that you made from your bank. How, buddy? Okay, we do. Can I open Crypto.com account and use it on a PC? It is only for, or is it only for smartphones? Crypto.com, you can, they have an exchange. So you can go to Crypto.com and sign up for an exchange account, which is web-based, but it's not available to people in the US. And it's separate from your app. So if you have, basically like two different accounts, right? I think you can transfer back and forth between them, but like the balances and the coins on the exchange part are separate from the balances and coins that you have in the crypto app, right? Although you could trade between them. All right, so looks like we're back. So, but like I said, if you're in the US, then you're stuck with the app. But that's not bad. The app works pretty well. But yeah, if you're in France or Asia or somewhere, you should be able to sign up for the Crypto.com exchange. But it doesn't give you access to the same coins, right? It's not like a different way to access your account. It's like a completely separate account with the same company, right? And you'd have to move crypto back and forth between those. All right. Now, while we're on Crypto.com, I wanted to do something. It's kind of cool here. I'm going to go over to accounts, and notice there that I've got some Crypto.com coin. And what I want to do is I'm going to use that Crypto.com coin to buy some Pax Gold. I wanted to talk a little bit about Pax Gold and the way that it works. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll do this, whatever. All right, so we're going to go to Crypto.com. We're going to tap the CRO, right? And then I'm going to say sell my CRO. And you can sell your CRO for just about any other coin that they have, right? You see, you can just sell it for just about anything, right? So I'm going to scroll down to not Paxos Standard, but Pax Gold, right? There it is. I'm going to hit sell CRO, all right? And then it's a low volume token. They're going to tell me that. I'm going to hit confirm. And I sold my CRO. I should get an alert there. There we go. All right, now I've got Pax Gold. And I want to store that Pax Gold in Paxos. So we're going to go over here. And Paxos is like any other cryptocurrency exchange. You can sign up for an account. And then you log in, right? And you can see here that they've got a lot of different cryptos. Not a lot, but it's more of a custody service and kind of a financial service than it is a cryptocurrency exchange, right? I believe you can earn, I'm just flying blind here, right? But I noticed that you can deposit your Paxos Gold in here. So I'm going to hit deposit. And there's the address right there. There's no QR code. I wish there was, but there's not. So what I'm going to have to do is email myself. All right. I'll just email myself this address. Pax. Right. And then boom. Ah, pooey. All right. I hate when that happens. But basically what it did was it didn't do it as text. It did it as like an image, which is kind of weird, but that's okay. I'm going to paste it into my text editor, and that will allow it to convert to text. right? I want it as text so I can copy and paste it. I'm going to get rid of this thing. That may have just been a weird font, but I'm just going to... Okay. All right, whatever. Let's try this again. Let's try this. Let's copy. There. Oh, it's still doing it. All right, whatever. Let's see if it works. Why am I doing this? You can think, why are you doing that? Well, because I need that address on my phone, right? I'm not going to try and type in that address manually. I could make a mistake, right? So let's go to Pax Gold. Let's do transfer. Let's do withdraw. Let's choose external wallet. And I'm going to hit the plus up there in the top right corner because I'm going to whitelist a... What's... my phone. So I'm going to whitelist this address. It's going to be a wallet address. I'm going to tap and... Oh, did I check that email yet? I don't think so. Better do that part first, right? Let's check that email from me. Let's copy that into our clipboard. All right, let's go back to crypto.com. Let's tap paste. There, it worked. All right, that's the Paxos address of the, I'm sorry, that's the Pax Gold address of my Paxos account. And I'll just call this Paxos so I know what it is, right? We'll hit continue. And then I need my two-factor. So we'll go back, we'll go over to our Google Authenticator. We'll tap that crypto.com code in the top. We'll tap paste. We'll hit continue. And they're going to send me an email to verify this address. All right, I'm going to tap the confirm withdrawal address. We'll open Chrome. Allow us to switch apps. That's new. Brave wants to open crypto.com. That was all new. It's a new phone. It's been a crazy few days with this new phone. All the stuff that I use my phone for was like, you think, oh, okay, yeah, everything's back, you know, everything seems to be working okay. Then it's like, oh, it's not connecting to that. And I was like, I got it. When my son buys apps on his iPad, he has to ask me because we have family iPhone. He's like asked to buy. Even if it's free, he has to ask me and I have to approve it. On my old phone, which was an X, it would say, I could say approve and then it would facial scan me. Now with this new phone, it's asking me to enter the iCloud password by hand every time. It's a real hassle. I hope that goes away soon. All right, new phones, right? But anyway, here we go. Now I can withdraw my Pax, and I'm going to tap that 100. I'm going to choose max there, and then I'm only going to... What? Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do max. Let's hit withdraw. I had one, I forget what it was, but it was a crypto. I tried to withdraw it somewhere, and it was like, it needed an even number. I was like, what? But it must not have been Pax, right? Because who the heck can buy a whole ounce of gold, right? All right. So there. We withdrew the Pax from our crypto.com account, and then we can kind of wait for it to show up in our Paxos account, God willing. I probably should have done a small test first, but I'm reasonably confident it's going to show up. If not, then you all learned a valuable lesson of why not to send your full balance on the first try. But I think it should be all right. Where is it going to show up? I don't know. Wallet. Oh, it should show up here, shouldn't it? I don't know. I'm going to have to wait until I see crypto.com actually will give me an alert when my withdrawal is complete, right? And I've never used this one before, so I don't know how long it takes to get to the exchange, but we'll see. But I don't see where it shows me my balance. I mean, shouldn't it say Litecoin 0 balance, ETH 0 balance, right? It's just like blank. I was like, what is that? And then maybe it's up here, balances, right? Or I should see it in activity, right? I should see a transaction come through. So we'll monitor this. In the meantime, I wanted to show you something using Binance, right? But let me get caught up on questions first. Time is 7:20. We'll still do that. Steve Holloway. Can we buy on Coinbase right now and move to Ledger? Yes, I just did that. So you guys, you can go back to the beginning of the video and you saw me buy from Coinbase and move it into my wallet. Or XRP. Yeah, you can still buy XRP on Coinbase if you want to. If you have a mind to, you can. Let's see what this does. I should wait, right? All right. Oh, it just says my PAX withdrawal is complete on crypto.com. So let's see here. Crypto PAX withdrawal confirmed. Activity, no activity. Yeah, this might be an expensive mistake if it doesn't show up here. But I mean, I did everything right, didn't I? I hope I did. Yeah, I got this address. So everything's fine. I'm not going to freak out. All right, so, well, I wanted to show you. Let me go. Michael Saylor's elevator pitch is phenomenal, and he has people's ears. Bought one PaxG and Paxos, and they charged me 0.2, so I ended up with only 0.98 PaxG. That's an expensive fee. That is. One PaxG is the price of gold, isn't it? Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll... okay, there. It showed up. All right, so, okay, they just put it down below here. So they're saying, okay, you've got Pax Gold, which you deposited in your account, and it seemed like it was like $195 worth on crypto.com. But, pardon me, but crypto.com probably charged us something. We can go to history. Whoops, that's not it. Go to history, and let's see. Okay, they said that I withdrew 0.09. Oops, there's Paxos telling me the balance, the deposit's complete. 0.95. Oh, here. So they charged me 0.0015 to withdraw, right? And so I should have received 0.09575 something, right? 0.0957357, a 0.0957. Looks like something got lost in translation, right? Or is that there? I don't know. I try not to worry too much about the little stuff, right? But it looks like maybe I lost a little in Paxos when I deposited it. Seems kind of weird. Maybe. But the cool thing about Paxos is you can actually buy real gold, can't you? Unallocated gold. I can convert this to unallocated gold. That's pretty cool. And then I know you can with when you have it in your own wallet, you can take that address. Actually, I think you can. Let's see. Let's try this. Whoops. All right. Well, now Pax Gold is gone now. All right. Anyway, let's try deposit. Okay, there it is. I can take this address and go to PaxG. Here, Pax Gold, and look up my Ethereum address, and it should tell me that there's it's I don't know. Usually if it's in your own wallet, you can use the Ethereum address and it'll tell you that where the gold is stored, what the bar number is, and all this stuff. I don't know. Maybe it just needs some more time, or maybe their internal addressing schemes are not. Yeah, I don't think they're one-to-one. But apparently you can go over here and actually move it to exchange it for gold. And I'm assuming that they're holding the gold for you somewhere. And I don't know. I don't see on here how to request it be delivered, right? Hey, man, can you send my gold over here? But there's probably a way to do it. But that's what I like about Paxos Gold, is you can digitally hold gold, and it is guaranteed to be backed 100% by gold. So I think it's kind of a cool, maybe a diversification a little bit. Maybe lock in some of your gains, diversify using Paxos Gold. Right? I know we're kind of getting off the Bitcoin subject here. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, where we're starting to run out of time tonight, is Binance Smart Chain, where Pancake Swap, you can connect your MetaMask wallet as long as it's configured for Binance Smart Chain. Let's see if I can Binance Smart Chain. They have an official website, right, where they can tell you all about what Binance Smart Chain is. But it's very similar to the Ethereum blockchain. It does smart contracts. You have addresses, right? So basically you take your MetaMask wallet, and normally the MetaMask wallet is on the Ethereum mainnet, right? You can see I've got a little bit of Ethereum there, right? But you can configure a new network in your settings. Down here in networks, you can add a new network. See down here, this button, add new network. And then you can configure the Binance Smart Chain. These are the settings for the Binance Smart Chain. I think maybe it's in here somewhere, how you set it up. There's like a guide. Yeah, there. Use the MetaMask for Binance Chain to get started. It'll explain what all these settings are, right? You put them in, and then get this done. You can switch over to your Binance Smart Chain based wallet. And notice there that it's got BNB in there now. And that's Binance Smart Chain BNB. Right? I've got a lot of different assets in this wallet that are Binance Smart Chain. Right? So that when I go to Pancake Swap, I can stake my cake tokens. I can trade using their exchange, right? I could buy I could buy Trust Wallet token. There's a lot of new tokens out there. Do your research, right? And then you can also participate in liquidity pools, just like you can with Uniswap, right? So it's a great new DeFi feature sponsored by, not Pancake Swap, but Binance Smart Chain is created by Binance, right? One of the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. So there's a lot of cool stuff on the Binance Smart Chain. I've done some videos on Pancake Swap, if you're interested. See if I can find that. Binance Pancake Swap. In fact, that Pancake Swap video has got quite a few views. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, check out my channel if you're watching this live stream for the first time and you're like, man, I'm lost. He's talking too fast. What's he talking about? I got all these step-by-step videos from beginning to end, and I demo everything on screen so you can see it happening. I would suggest you just Google my name if you're interested. Let's see, like CryptoDad, buy XRP, right? Boom, how to buy XRP on Coinbase, right? CryptoDad XMR, right? how to install Monero wallet and buy some. YouTube, best way Monero. Just CryptoDad and whatever, right? CryptoDad Bitcoin. Yeah, you're going to get like thousands of hits, right? Mostly the live streams, right? Or how to buy Bitcoin. Right? If you're, you know, I've got how to buy Bitcoin and store in your own wallet, transfer to a ledger, you know. All of my videos are very easy to find. And then you can also just go to my YouTube channel and check out my videos there, right? Anyway, that's beside the point. So what I wanted to share with you guys is there's this new aggregator called DeFi Station. And DeFi Station will rate all of the Binance Smart Chain websites and apps so that you can kind of see which ones are the most popular right now, right? Cream Finance, Pancake Bunny, Bakery Swap, Fry World. There's a lot of them out there. Burger Swap. But the top ones up here, Pancake Swap is like number 2. But I saw this Venus, and I was like, gee, what's this all about? All right. This Venus, you can go to their official website, and it's a money market. Now, mind you, these have to be vetted and certified by third parties and that sort of thing. There's all sorts of levels of certification. Some of these are not vetted or audited by anybody when they first start, and then it'll be like, hey, we just put this up, we're going to be audited soon. So do your own research, of course. But this one I think is pretty cool. You have to have your MetaMask ready and set to Binance Smart Chain, and then you can hit Launch App, right? And then you've got this dashboard where you can put up your coins. It sees my coins, right? So it sees the coins that are eligible, that are in my wallet, right? It just sees the balance of my Binance coin, right? My 20.33 Binance coin. And I can use that as collateral and earn interest. Notice here that they're paying pretty good interest to just deposit your stable coins in their platform, right? US Tether. But you have to remember, this is Binance Smart Chain Tether, right? So how in the heck do you get Binance Smart Chain Tether, right? Well, Binance can convert it for you. So let's go to Binance. Here's Tether. Let's deposit some Tether. And I'm going to deposit regular ERC20 Tether, right? We'll go over here to accounts. Let's go to Tether, and let's send $100 worth of Tether to that Binance address, right? $100 worth of Tether. We'll hit continue. All right. Now I'm sending this from my Ledger device, so I need to approve the transaction on my device, right? So I'm going to hit now. I wanted to talk a little bit about the way Ledger is working now. I think we were in the Bitcoin app, right? We're in the Bitcoin app. It used to say, like when you hit continue, it would say on the screen, the Ledger Live would say, you need to exit the app you're in. And then once you did that, then the device would say, okay, now open the Ethereum app, right? But now what it's going to do is bump me out of the Bitcoin app automatically and then tell me to open the Ethereum app. Watch this. We'll hit continue. See, it bumped me out of the Ethereum app, took me to the home screen, and now it's telling me to open the Ethereum app because the Ethereum app is where we manage Tether. Right? Now that I'm in the Ethereum app, it should allow me to review the transaction and sign it. There, I'm sending 100 Tether to that address, which is the Binance address for Tether. We'll hit accept and send. And off it goes. right? Let me just show you real quick. Well, I'm going to just pretend to do it. Oh, this slider here, I don't know why it was down here. It should have been higher. This transaction may not go through because I don't know. You shouldn't mess with this, right? Its default is in the middle, and I like to have it ticked up a little higher so that my transactions will go through faster. You pay a little higher fee to get forward in the queue, right? Because Ethereum miners, they're all automatic. They look for the blocks or the transactions that are in the queue with the highest fees first, right? That's how you make money as a miner, right? So if you slide your slider all the way down to 0, your transaction might not get mined for a week, right? It will eventually, but you're better off with this higher. Now, I'm not sure why I was down here, but I think I was doing a demo earlier and explaining to someone. But I think it went, right? Did I? Yeah, January 2nd. There, I sent it. So we can view and explore. And see, it's still pending. I can't. There are ways to cancel it, but I kind of messed up. I should have checked that before I clicked through. I don't know. It may or it may not go through right away. Right? It might. It might not. Just kind of. Okay. All right. But I can show you that. Oh, I do have some in there. Okay. Cool. So well, we won't wait for that other tether. Let's wait a minute. Let's wait a minute. I'm just going to leave that up there for a minute and then maybe answer a few questions. And if it goes through, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It will eventually. I'm not worried. Let me go back over here. It's cracking you up. That's cool. Crypto.com is expensive, just like Coinbase. Crypto.com had like 0 fees for a while. So it was for a while there. It was the cheapest way to buy Bitcoin because they didn't charge you anything for the debit or credit card. But they've since reinstated their normal fees. So I believe it's cheaper than Coinbase. I mean, if you guys know where all these cheap places to buy Bitcoin are, then pop them up there, right? I'm always getting criticized by using Coinbase. Oh, it's too expensive. I'm like, well, where are you buying it? I'd like to know. I mean, every exchange charges you something. Let's see, who did that? Wow, Frankster. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you for that tip. I really appreciate it. Joe D. Rex is the angel on my left shoulder. That's really cool. Frankster, Happy New Year to you. Scott Lee just got back from a sushi break. That's cool. Scott, I just sent some Tether to Binance, but it's I had my fee bar was low, so it might take a week for this to go through. But I can still demo what I was trying to explain. Man, I wish this would go through. That's disappointing. Oh well, that's the breaks. It's only $100. I mean, it'll go through eventually. Like it might be a week or whatever. When the Ethereum, I'm sure everything is like overloaded right now. But anyway, there's a little bit in my Binance account, so I can show you. Let's just assume that it all came in. All right, and there we go. So I got 8 in there, right? So let's go back over here to Venus, right? And I want to deposit some US Tether in my Venus. So before I do, I got to put it in my wallet, right? So we'll just pull up our MetaMask wallet. The address is here. All of the Binance Smart Chain addresses are the same, just like for an Ethereum wallet, right? So we click that so that we have the address, and then we go over to our Binance account. Now I'm going to withdraw. God, I wish that $100 would come in. It's not going to though. Oh wait, does it say there's some in? Oh, there's some coming. Yay, it's coming. It might take it a while. Okay, so it must have... Oh, it says pending. I don't know. But apparently, Binance is seeing it on their end, so that's good. And it might come in. Let's just wait a minute. No. Let me show you how to do it first. We can do the rest later in a minute. All right, so let's go back. Now, this interface right here, I had somebody that sent me a comment, and they were like, oh, I was depositing... I don't remember what it was. I think it was an ERC20 token of some kind. Let's just assume it's Tether. And he was like, okay, we're going to withdraw, right? Let's go back. Oh, withdraw. All right. So he was like, okay, so I want to withdraw some Tether. And he was withdrawing it to his crypto.com account. And he looked at all of these and he was like, oh, I see the fee for Binance Smart Chain is really small. So he did Binance Smart Chain. And then I guess he didn't read this, because this is telling you, you better be sure you're sending it to a Binance Smart Chain wallet. And unfortunately, okay, oh, it's there. Yay. Okay. All right. So Binance just told me that the Tether came in. Good. So we're there. All right, so we're withdrawing it. But he withdrew it to an exchange ERC20 address. And so when he used the Binance Smart Chain, it just never got to his exchange because his exchange doesn't support it. These are very specific here. This is not like, oh, save a little money, send it this way. No, it has to be sent to a Binance Smart Chain wallet. So we did that, right? We got the address of our Binance Smart Chain wallet. Let's go back over to Binance, right? And we're going to use the Binance Smart Chain address, right? We're going to put that Tether address. We want to withdraw our Tether to our Binance Smart Chain wallet. That's what we're doing right now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the max because I'm just like flying by the seat of my pants. We'll hit submit. Now we need to send this code to our email, right? I'm going to check that email on my phone and put in that email verification code, 262987, right? And then my Google Authenticator code. You really have to be fast when you withdraw from Binance. 478247. Hit submit. Off it goes. Right? That's the conversion, right? I took my ERC20 Tether that was in my Ledger Live in my Ethereum wallet, right? That's Ethereum-based Tether. Tether with an ERC20 token. Now remember, the address format is the same, right? So it's very easy to get confused. Let's go back here. Okay. It still says I have the Tether because it's not done yet, right? But we can go to transaction history. We can go to withdraw, and we can see that the Tether withdrawal is processing. Notice there I'm sending it to what looks very similar, almost identical, to an ERC20 token address, right? But the Binance Smart, it will only show up in a Binance Smart Chain wallet, right? So if we look over here, this is the wrong one, sorry. Let's go back over. If I look over here, it'll show up in this wallet. But if I go here to the Ethereum network, okay, Venus is complaining. But I thought there was, there. It will not show up here. It will not show up in this Tether in my Ethereum wallet. So the guy who accidentally sent it to the Binance Smart Chain wallet, if he'd had, he could have recovered it by configuring his MetaMask for Binance Smart Chain. Unfortunately, he sent it to an exchange that did not support Binance Smart Chain addresses, right? But we'll shortly see that tether show up here. I think. I know. It's here somewhere. You can see I play around with this so much, it's like all over the map. All right, well, basically we have to wait for it to exit here, right? And I'll get an alert from Binance. They'll tell me withdrawal complete, right? So we can just wait on that. Let's go back over here. We'll just kind of hang out till it shows up. And then I'll show you how to deposit it, maybe earn some money. We talked a lot about Bitcoin, and we talked about, you know, how to move Bitcoin around and all this stuff. But the real promise of blockchain technology with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And I read a rant earlier in a comment section about, okay, Bitcoin is the brand name cryptocurrency, but there are other coins that are better than Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's been around 10 years, but there have been coins like Cardano and Ethereum and BNB and Binance Smart Chain. All of these newer coins have additional functionality. Like right here, I got a bank, right? In one of these articles that we referred to earlier, they mentioned that banks are moving, big firms, companies, are moving their cash out of banks into crypto because they're losing money by keeping their money in banks, right? Banks are, and it won't be long before banks are doing negative interest. It's bad enough already, right? They're hardly giving you any interest, and they're charging you fees. So if you put your money in a bank, it's going to go down eventually, right? Banks, you know, their business model is like, it used to be, put your money in our bank and we'll give you rewards, right? And now they're kind of like, hey, we're the only game in town. Put your money in the bank. We'll manage it for you, but you're going to have to pay us, right? They become complacent. They've become arrogant, right? There's other hubris, right? Banks are like, ha 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 ha, you know, we have your money now, and you should be thankful that we're holding your money for you. Well, banks are starting to realize that crypto is going to leave them behind, right? Because I can log in to this website and bank here, right? I can take my stable coin and deposit it here. There, successful withdrawal. All right, let's see what we got here. We should have 108 somewhere, right? Where is it? 108. Where are you, baby? Oh, you know what? It's easier to just go to PancakeSwap, not Farm, Exchange, and then just pull this down. Let it sync up with the wallet here. Should sync up here in a sec. And the ones that are balanced will be at the top. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there it is. There's the US Tether, right? Now, it's in the MetaMask somewhere. 108. Where is it? There it is, right. 108 US Tether, right? But it doesn't even have the Tether icon, but it's there, right? The balance is in this wallet. But look what happens when I switch over to Ethereum mainnet. Where'd it go? 0 Tether, right? Because this is ERC20 Tether, right? This Tether in this wallet is Binance Smart Chain, BEP20 Tether, right? But it's in there, right? We got it. All right, now let's go back over here to Venus. Let's say we want to use Tether. Oh, it's even showing. Okay, now I'm going to enable it as collateral. We'll hit confirm there. And then I'm going to wait for the wallet. Oh, somebody's trying to spam me. That's okay. All right, transaction confirmed, view on Etherscan. All right, so there we go. Now I can click right here on US Tether and I can supply. First I have to enable it. I'll hit enable. It's going to cost me 5 cents. Depends on what it is you're doing, but sometimes it's like $1. It's like 75 cents, 85 cents to enable some coins and different types of Binance Smart Chain. But it's worth it to me. Boy, got the spammers just came out for some reason. All right, so there we go. Now I can supply. All right, let's supply the max, right? With the whole $100 plus the 8. We'll hit supply. I'm going to have to sign that with my MetaMask wallet again. We'll confirm that. Notice that the fees are low. These fees are like 8 cents, 4 cents as compared to like sometimes 20, 30 bucks on the Ethereum blockchain. So the fees are cheaper and faster. See how quick that happened? There we go. Right, now I've got a supply balance. I'm earning like 20% APY. Whatever that means. Oh, my pie. It's like, it's rate of return. Annual percentage rate. There we go. Right. So I'm going to earn money. And I can even borrow against this if I want to. And I don't know, borrow one of these stable coins or whatever, and then take the stable coin and go invest it somewhere or spend it. But I don't do that because that's what do you call that? That's like leverage, right? I don't like doing that. But I don't mind just leaving it in here and watching it earn interest. That I can deal with. I hope that's what it's doing. I think that's what I'm doing. And I should see somewhere, it should tell me that I'm earning more, right? Maybe I haven't explored this fully, but I thought you could just, maybe as collateral, it just earns interest. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I gotta like borrow against it or mint, right? You take, let's see, how do we do this? I think it's, I guess this one, right? 65 available. Let's see. Let's to buy. I thought I already had that. Oh well, I'll have to do some more later. But I thought you could do that. I thought you could. I don't. There's no slider on here. Maybe there's a way to do it. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's just the Binance. But anyway, I'm a little bit over, guys. And I got way off the subject of Bitcoin. You could buy cake with it. Cool, yeah. I think I'm earning interest on just having it as collateral. But maybe not. Maybe I need to do more. Whatever. We'll figure it out. I'll look into it a little more. But I'm pretty sure. But this is a good way to deposit your crypto that's not doing anything. And this is cash, right? It's Tether, right? So it's not going to fluctuate up and down based on the market, right? It's pegged to the US dollar, which may or may not be good, right? Who knows what might happen to the value of the US dollar in 2021, right? Right? But we'll see. But a better way to store your money, right? They're not charging me bank fees. I did get a few network fees to get all this set up, but nothing like what the bank would have charged me. You know, bank charge you what, $20 a month sometimes, depending on what kind of account you got. Haven't tried the full debit card yet, but there are more. There are going to be more and more debit cards coming out that will, and this is complicated, what I'm showing you here. But this is the future of DeFi. This will become easier and easier as time goes by. Right, but there are easy ways to earn interest. Like I've heard of some Visa cards that will give you Bitcoin rewards, well, you know, just like their cashback, but their cashback will put Bitcoin somewhere. I don't know. I guess you like there's a custodial Bitcoin account attached to the debit card or credit card. And I'm assuming you'll be able to withdraw that to your own wallet at some point. Who knows? Maybe not. Kind of beware for anything that tells you it's Bitcoin, like PayPal. PayPal's like, hey, buy Bitcoin. And yeah, you can buy it, and then you have it in your PayPal account, but you can't withdraw it from your PayPal account. I have to tell you, that's not real Bitcoin. That's just a marker that goes up and down based on the price of Bitcoin. Now, they have to have the Bitcoin in order to legally tell you that you're buying Bitcoin, but they're just holding it for you. If you can't withdraw it, then it's really not, to you, it's not real Bitcoin, right? Coinbase, you can buy Bitcoin, you can leave it there, or you can withdraw it and you can deposit it, right? That's real Bitcoin. But be careful with, you know, a lot of these new features and companies coming out and saying, ooh, earn Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. Check it out. Make sure it's real Bitcoin. Make sure you can withdraw and deposit it. A lot of people are getting scammed. So always do your research. Stick to the winners, right? The trusted exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, BITTREX, American-based, Binance US, or some of the big foreign ones. But, you know, just do your research. You can go to CoinGecko.com. I thought I had it open here on one of my tabs. Getting tab crazy here. CoinGecko, whoops. Where is it? Exchanges, right? See up here? They're going to give you all the top exchanges. So if some new company is like trying to get you to invest and buy Bitcoin, make sure that it's reputable, that it's, you know, up here in the trust score. It's got to be good, right? Because, right? I know crypto is all new and strange, but there are places where you can go, turn from your sins and believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and be baptized in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, if you haven't already, before Christ returns or before you die, Lord willing. Okay, Avery, thank you. That's always nice, you know, when someone expresses their beliefs. Those of you who agree with that, you know, listen to what he says, right? I was trying to make my first Bitcoin purchase today, but Gemini requires a bank transfer for first deposit. Now I have to wait until Monday, but it kept me from buying at 33, right? That's true. A lot of exchanges will allow you to go ahead and make the purchase, like Coinbase. They'll allow you to make the purchase and lock in the purchase, but you can't withdraw it. But it's yours, and you've got it at that price. Other exchanges like Gemini, you have to wait for the money to get there. And while we're talking about buying Bitcoin at certain prices, I just want to share a little anecdote with you guys. When we did the last live stream, I bought some Bitcoin on Crypto.com, and my dad was with me last week. And after Christmas, he went to visit my brother, and he said, hey, check out Rex's live stream. And they were watching it, and they made a comment to him, and he sent me a text, and they go, your brother wants to know why you bought Bitcoin at its all-time high. Ha ha. And I bought that Bitcoin last week at 26.5, something like that. And so I came back and I said, well, I bought it cheaper than it is now, because at the time Bitcoin was like 27 something, almost 28. And here we are now, and Bitcoin is 33. So was it stupid of me to buy $50 worth of Bitcoin at 26.5 last week? Maybe, right? Bitcoin could be back down to 23 or whatever, but it's not. It's up to 20. It's up to 33. I don't, you know, you could be a short-term person if you want, but the way I see it, it's never a bad time to buy Bitcoin. People were always asking me back in last year or whatever, they were like, Oh, should I wait for Bitcoin to go down before I buy it? I'm waiting for it to go down before I buy some. And I remember saying anything under 10,000 is a bargain. I distinctly remember saying that. Anything under 10,000 is a bargain, because Bitcoin last year was going like between 6 and 8 and 9 and back down. So who's to say where it could go? But my thinking is, if you're thinking long term, then it's never a bad time to buy Bitcoin. Don't buy more than you can afford, right? Do not mortgage your house. Don't spend your rent money. Don't spend your all of your disposable income and not be able to afford takeout that week, right? Don't spend money you can't afford to lose, right? Be mentally prepared to lose your entire investment. But if you believe in Bitcoin and you want to buy some, don't let the current price be such a factor for you, right? It's not that big of a deal. $50 worth of Bitcoin at 20,000 is not a big difference between $50 worth of Bitcoin at 30,000, right? It turns your $50 into like $60 or whatever, right? So if all you're buying is a small amount of Bitcoin, then don't worry too much about price fluctuations. It's not going to kill you. You can buy it a little bit every month, right? You can buy like $20 a month or $100 a month or whatever. That's called price averaging, because the price will go up and down. But over time, you would start to accumulate it, right? But this is not investment advice. This is Bitcoin advice, right? I'm not a professional financial advisor, but I am pretty savvy with Bitcoin. And my thinking is, if you want Bitcoin, then just buy it, right? Buy what you can afford. Don't spend, don't risk your life savings on it, but buy what you can afford, right? You might thank me later. You might curse my name from the grave. I don't know. If ETH and BTC has almost the same exact technology, why wouldn't the world prefer to use ETH? BTC is limited, and that will drive people away. Good point. Bitcoin is the name brand. People recognize it. It's been around a lot longer. But as I mentioned a few minutes back, there are better cryptocurrencies out there, and there's always going to be improvements. Just like, websites, right? You remember babies.com or toys.com, all those websites back in the 90s that looked like they were going to just like go crazy? They didn't all survive, right? Amazon survived. Shahid. All right, guys, I'm going to log off. I'm a little bit over. Usually I'm going longer now because there's people are joining and asking questions. So if I missed your question, please leave a comment below and I will respond. All right. All right, guys. So have a good night. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to everyone who tipped me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all of you who asked questions and made comments and made everyone feel at home that was new here. I really appreciate you when you guys help each other. So thanks again. Don't forget, I do this every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you again next week. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.